Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at Liverpool Reds FC blog. It's been a while since I've posted a video, so good to be back here to finally have some time to post a new video, a new vlog about Liverpool and well, the season that is going on right now here for Liverpool in the Premier League and the Champions League. Now in this video, focusing on Mohamed Salah because there's a lot of talk in recent weeks about Salah not necessarily performing up to the money that Liverpool have paid and whether Liverpool regret re-signing Salah to a new contract in the offseason. Now, we know that he signed a new deal, a new 3-year contract that will keep him at Liverpool into his mid-30s, and it is a salary that he is making that is £350,000 a week for an annual total of £18,200,000 a season. And at the time that Salah signed this new contract, I can remember there were articles in the days after in which a lot of sports writers who are not Liverpool supporters were questioning how Liverpool could give Salah such a high wage during a time of inflation and with the economies doing so poorly around the world, yet ignoring the fact that clubs like Manchester United as well as Man City are paying players the same or more per week than what Salah is making here at Liverpool. So Salah with that new contract, and a lot was hoped and expected of Salah to start this Premier League season. And to be honest, he's maybe let down a few of those expectations. I mean, obviously Liverpool have not played well this season, but I can say it's not just Salah that is underperforming. It's pretty much a squad-wide issue. And I think that Liverpool's biggest problem has been the defense. I know there's a lot of talk about the midfield and the hope that a new midfielder will come in January because Liverpool didn't address those issues back in the summer. But I think the real issue comes down to two players really in defense, and that's Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's having a terrible season, and as well as Virgil van Dijk, who to me is not necessarily as motivated as he has been in the past and is looking towards the November World Cup and possibly trying not to get injured or use up all of that energy and motivation as he gets ready to potentially play his last ever World Cup tournament. So for me, Salah has done decently this season. He's been a bit frustrating at times. He does have 11 goals in 18 games with 5 assists. So looking at those stats, you see that he's produced for Liverpool. He's got 4 goals in 12 games for Liverpool in the Premier League with 3 assists and 6 goals in 5 matches in the Champions League. He's really lit up the Champions League, but keep in mind he did pick up a hat-trick against Rangers in the 7-1 smashing of Rangers at Ibrox. And all 3 of those goals came in a 22-minute period in which Liverpool were already well on their way to victory from courtesy of goals from Firmino and from Darwin Núñez. So Salah, got those goals, really just padding his stats for the most part, but he's been good for Liverpool at times. He got that big goal against Ajax to send Liverpool on their way to a 3-0 win in their most recent Champions League game. Now Liverpool will be playing Napoli tonight in the Champions League and need to win this game to have a chance of winning the group, although Liverpool are already through to the next round, so Klopp could be giving his players a rest, especially after a run of very, very bad form in the Premier League. Now, Salah did pick up a goal against Leeds United last time out in the league. Unfortunately, Liverpool losing that game to Leeds United at Anfield, ending that long unbeaten run at home. And again, if you look at the reasons why Liverpool struggled at home, did not play well at home, it wasn't necessarily down to Salah. It was the defense. It was not putting pressure on the ball. That goal came, that winning goal for Leeds United came because 2 center backs, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, didn't put enough pressure on Leeds attacking players and allowed basically a soft shot to go in at the end of the game. So again, I think Salah has done well enough this season to warrant that £350,000 a week salary, although we are as a club missing a player in Sadio Mane, who is at Bayern Munich and doing decently there for the German champions. Mane, at the time in the past, I've said he was Liverpool's most important attacking player, more important than Mohamed Salah, even though he didn't get the goals or the recognition or the headlines. It was Mane's intensity, Mane's pressing, all of that, his hard running, all of those things made him Liverpool's most important attacking player. And I think Liverpool are really missing that this season. Although we have seen some good things from Darwin Núñez, especially of late, a little bit inconsistent right now. We've seen Firmino really come into form this season, and in my opinion, earn the chance to get a new contract, which I'd love to see Liverpool do, because I think he's such an important player for Liverpool. But again, it's that defense, I think, that has really let Liverpool down. And I know a lot of you out there will be saying that, well, the midfield needs addressing, the midfield needs to be rebuilt, it needs to be added to, because that is what is allowing that defense to give up goals, to ship goals. But I don't really see it that way. I see the midfield does need some work, but I also see that I think there's very much a lack of motivation this season from key players with that World Cup coming up in November. And I think the World Cup, once that gets out of the way and we get into the second half of the season, there's going to be a bit of a shift, a change in the way that Liverpool play. I think that things will be improved. And I think that once those players have had the chance to go to the World Cup, I think it's going to be a lot different going forward in the second half of the season. Now, Salah he does have 4 goals in the Premier League, like I said before, 3 assists in 12 games. He has an XG of 6.16 goals, so he is just off target with his goals by 2.16, but he is exceeding his XA, his expected assists, that is. He's got an XA of 2.75, and he has 3 assists, so he's just slightly over that with 0.25 assists more, which has him right on target. But that XG is maybe a little bit worrying. Now, keep in mind, last season he scored 23 goals but had an XG of 24.36, so he slightly underperformed in that department. Now, if you look at some of the other players around the league who are doing well, who are scoring more goals, some of them are exceeding their XGs right now. So potentially Salah can overcome this, get some goals. We have seen Salah over the years miss some really gilt-edged opportunities for Liverpool in the Premier League and in the Champions League. We did see that fantastic goal against Manchester City, in which Salah turned Cancelo and then went 1-on-1v1 with Ederson and scored the goal. But we did see slightly before that Salah having a similar chance and missing a goal that he should have buried. So that's been kind of a theme throughout Salah's time at Liverpool, missing a few of those chances that you would think that he would put away, only to come back later and score goals. So Liverpool are currently 9th in the Premier League, 16 points. They are well off the Premier League title race. At the moment, remember, Liverpool did claw back 12 points at the midway point last season, but I think this season the teams in the league are just a bit stronger, while Liverpool are just a bit weaker for various reasons. 2 straight losses to teams in the relegation zone, and I think this goes back to that motivation factor. Liverpool, I think, are going to do well in the Champions League. Of course, they've already progressed. They've already achieved qualification for the next round, and I think that as we go into the second half of the Champions League after Christmas, Liverpool are going to do well in the competition because there's going to be so much motivation from the team. I think the Premier League, there's just no motivation there this season. Liverpool came so close last season, lost out by 1 point on the final day of the season. But this time around, I think that motivation factor, which is lacking in the Premier League, will still be there for the Champions League, and Liverpool can do well in the second half of the season, especially if they do address a midfield issue. I know there's players coming back from injuries: Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Who knows about Arthur? He's had that knee surgery not too long ago. So I think Liverpool could address their midfield issues in January to try to bring somebody in to revive the team before they go forward in the Champions League, while trying to really finish mid-table in the Premier League. I don't really think Liverpool are going to be able to get into the top 4 at the moment, especially if they keep playing the way they are, just based on the fact that you've got Chelsea, you've got United, you've got Newcastle, who are playing really well this season, all ahead of them right now on the table. Guys, let me know what you think about Liverpool and Mohamed Salah's form this season. Again, I think he is doing well enough for Liverpool to warrant that £350,000 salary this campaign. And I think Liverpool's problems are obviously in other areas. Salah has gotten goals. He's scored goals for Liverpool, important goals. and we go into the final day of the Champions League with him having 6 goals in the Champions League, 4 in the Premier League, for a total of 10 in 17 games in those 2 competitions. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, guys, it's great to be back here with another video. It's a bit hard to get a lot of the videos out to you, with the season going on and other commitments. Again, like I said, it's hard to get daily videos going on. So hopefully going to have a video every now and again here on the channel. So, if you guys want to stick around, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share on social media. And I will see you here soon on Liverpool Reds FC blog.